Hello viewers, hope you are doing well. Today I would like to discuss with you how to enhance your application security. That's mean I'm going to implement two-step verification on user authentication. To implement this feature on your applications, you need to implement first the custom authentication, which I have already shown you with in my earlier videos. I would like to request you cordially to watch it first before implementing these features on your applications. Here you can see the demo. Uh, we are first verify the user ID and password, and then this user's mobile number. If verified, then we are sending an OTP to the user's mobile number. Here we implement some terms and condition. First, we check the user ID and password, then validate this user's mobile number. If a user number is mobile number is valid, then we are sending an OTP to this mobile number. If the user not entered within that not entered OTP within the times, then the user can request for another OTP. If he missed the second time to enter the OTP, then he can request a second time for third OTP, and then he is not getting or missed to input the OTP, and the system will lock his user ID. Here you can see that the user ID is logged for invalid attempt of login try. Here including the mobile number, validate it. If validate, then yeah, mobile number is valid, and OTP is sent to the mobile. We are waiting for the OTP. Yes, OTP came, and input the OTP. If OTP is correct, then it's logged in. It's redirected to the home page. Yeah, this is the terminology of our application authentications, two-step verification. First step is we have already implemented just a custom authentication, and the second step we are going to implement and apply some logics. First we need to verify the mobile number of that users, target users. If the mobile number is valid, then we will send an OTP. The sending OTP, that's mean system will send an SMS with an one-time password of that mobile number. This tutorials also implemented already. If you missed that, I would like to suggest you to watch that tutorial also. I have provided you the tutorial link. So let's start to the technical session. First, create a region and set its properties as shown in this tutorial, or as your choice you can set your regions settings. I suggest to follow that settings which I applied in this tutorial. Then create Ajax callback function to validate the users using username and password. Sorry. Here is my login function to validate the user ID and password. If user input his correct username and password, it will return a boolean value. If login success, then we return a success message. Based on that validation, we will redirect to the users for we are asking for the user to provide his mobile number to cross check that the user is knows his mobile. Just check to check the user is authentic. Create a dynamic action on the login button and call the Ajax callback function here. Pass two parameters below, username and password. If the function returns true, then true means return success, then we open another model dialog regions to for providing mobile number, otherwise displays the error message. This process will check the user's mobile number is correct or not. Uh, uh, we need to set a static ID of that regions. Check it. It try. I am trying to input wrong password. Yeah, when password input correct password, it will redirect to the another region. Pop-up region will display for asking to input mobile number. Create an input item for entering mobile number and set its some properties. Just label and text align, position, etc. I am sitting here. Create another region. If the mobile number is correct, then the system will send an OTP to the user's mobile number, and it's asking to the user to provide the OTP which he will receive from the system. For this purpose, we need to create another region, create a subregion for displaying a message that will express that an OTP is sent to your mobile. We need to, of course, we need to set its static ID. And create another Ajax callback function to validate the user's mobile number. Sorry, this is not validating the mobile number. It's for sending OTP to store the OTP into the database. First, query the employee ID of that users. Using this employee ID, we will query the mobile number of that users. If employee number is not null, then we will query the mobile number of that employees of that users. If mobile number not found, then it will throw a error message. This function will check the mobile number validation, create a dynamic action on that verify mobile button to execute that Ajax callback function. This function will check the mobile input entered mobile number is correct or not. That's mean this number is registered with that users or not. Same parameter will passed like earlier Ajax callback functions, username and password. Based on these two parameters, we will recover its mobile number and cross check with that inputted mobile number. Here we need another parameter for entering mobile number, which mobile number the user inputted, and which mobile number is stored into the database. Save and try to validate. Yes, mobile number is correct. Not correct, we will not check cross check the mobile number. That's why it called the region. We need to close the previous region, open region. For looking goods, here we are adding the condition. The stored mobile number and inputting mobile number is same, then we return okay, or otherwise return a error message. Yeah, we need to add this parameter in the JavaScript function when calling the Ajax callback function. Save and run to check the function works or not. Yes, when input wrong mobile number, then it's thrown error message. When correct one, then it will redirect to the OTP container region. Create a subregion on that OTP container. Uh, Set its properties template option to blank with attributes and open the HTML code. Here I am showing the message with a counter which will count down the uh, time frame, given time frame. When expired the time, a given time, the OTP will be invalid. So user are bound to enter their received OTP within the time frame. This is not required here. Just I am writing it for testing purpose. I have removed it later from these functions. Just this also not needed. Just checking the countdown is works or not. Open the page 0 and create the functions. You can create it on that same page also, but I am creating here for border purpose. I will use it another page and another purpose. Just declare 4 variables. Uh, uh, Create functions for countdown, name countdown. This will display the timer like a timer. Define minutes and second. If a minute less than 10, then append 0 before the number. Same logics in all applied on in seconds. Append 0 before the number if it less than 10. uh, Create another function to stop the countdown when the timer expired. That's mean it's when 0, then stop the counter. This function will stop the timer and return a message. Your OTP is expired, like something. Here I mistake the function name, on click function name. It will be sent OTP to users. Go to the login page and call this function into the verify mobile buttons. Call that function here. Where the return value displayed, need to, here also spelling mistake, need to enter the correct one. Yeah, just cut from that button and declare it on page labels Create another subagent for inputting. This will contain the input item for entering OTP character. It will not actually character, it will be digits. We allow only digits, no alphabetic character, numeric only. Later we will check this constant. Just create 4 items. Each item will contain only one digit, not more than single single digit. Setting some properties for these items. All items are displayed in a row. Select the parent region and set its create a button under this region which will submit the OTP, and execute the process later, which will cross-check the inputted OTP within the stored OTP into the database. Create an item to store the employee ID, which we will later use for retrieving the OTP from the database. Here we will set the employee ID in this item. When verifying the mobile number, create another Ajax callback function. Store the OTP into the database. Need to variable. Count the OTP of that user, how many OTPs sent and became invalid. If sending OTP is less than 3, then send it again. if requested for descending. You need to create this table if you have not this table already. And we will return OTP ID and OTP code. If condition not met, then you will return some text message to the users to notify that. If condition will true, then return store the database OTP to the database and return a success message. Now create a JavaScript function to execute this process, store OTP to the database. It will be a synchronized function. It return a promise. First clear the error message if any error message exists on that page. Then call the JavaScript function store, sorry, not JavaScript function, Ajax callback process, store OTP. Pass two parameters. Number one parameter is employee ID and second parameter is instance ID, that's means session ID. This function will declare into the base level, not the button level. Modify the previous function, remove the send message function in the mobile validation time. Return the result. If error, then reject, return the reject. Now declaring the asynchronous functions, send OTP to users. First call the store OTP. First call the verify mobile function. If a mobile number verified, then that's mean this function, if first one function is execute, yeah. After finishing the first function, then it will execute the next function or next block of code. When the function success, then the display the system message and execute the send OTP function. We need to handle the exception. If any exception raised, then error message will shown here. Create another callback process to update the OTP if user are not perform his action, that's mean not provide OTP properly within time, and if the counter timer expired, then the OTP will be invalid. This we need OTP ID for implement these functions. That's why set the OTP ID. Modify the stop counter function. Here call that Ajax process, Ajax callback function. Here is the update statement. Verify the user first. We need to check that the user is blocked or not. If blocked, then no validation required, direct through the error message. query the status of that users. First time we ignored this logics. If user is blocked, then throw the error message that the user is blocked. Contact with your administrator. Set the maximum character allowed of the input items. Just modify the message, reasonable message. Set the static ID of that input items container. Now we are going to the implement OTP items features like autofocus. When I input an OTP to an item, it will automatically redirect to the next item. When delete an input item, it will automatically move backward item. When enter an items, it will automatically redirect, navigate to the next item. When delete or backspace, then the cursor navigate to the previous item. This will check the key press. When key press key is pressed, delete or backspace, and item is null. This function allows only digits, number only. Here the copy paste features. We can paste the OTP into that OTP items. When paste the OTP into an item, it automatically distribute the OTP for all items based on its position. This is the interesting part of that topics. You paste the OTP any item, it automatically distribute the digits based on its index. You can paste any item the OTP, it will be distribute the digits based on its index. Get the OTP, input, make a number based on the inputted OTP digits. When open the OTP container, first clear the previously inputted OTP. Now verify the OTP. Create the Ajax callback function to query the stored OTP from the database, and later cross check the OTP, inputted OTP and stored OTP. If both are equal or same, then redirect to the home page. That means successfully logged in. First query the OTP from the database. Create another function to execute the Ajax callback process, and compare the inputted OTP and stored OTP. If both are same, then redirect to the home page. That's been successfully login. Just pass the OTP ID. If stored OTP and inputted OTP are same, then submit the page. And if the page submitted, then the page checks the user ID and password validation, and it will redirect to the home page of that application. Otherwise, throw the user, warning message, error message thrown. We need to remove that two hidden item from this region to another region. Otherwise, the OTP get OTP function will return in correct OTP. That's it for today. Let's check the system is work perfectly or not. Yeah, the mobile number not matched. Yeah, the mobile number is valid, and OTP is sent to the user's mobile. We are waiting for the OTP. Try to enter OTP randomly, deleting the OTP, and the cursor will move automatically to the previous item. And here pasting feature, I paste on the third item, and it automatically redistributed to all items. Try to input wrong mobile number, sorry, correct mobile number, and waiting for the OTP. That's all for today. If found helpful, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.